chào đến tất cả quý anh chị nhà đầu tư. Tôi là Helen, đại diện cho công ty Maple Leaf Việt Nam, chương trình đầu tư định cư Mỹ EB5. Được ban hành từ năm 1990, tính đến nay chương trình EB5 đã có tuổi đời và thời gian vận hành hơn 30 năm. Đây là một trong những chương trình có ý nghĩa đối với nước Mỹ khi trực tiếp giúp tạo ra công ăn việc làm cho người bản xứ thông qua các dự án kêu gọi vốn đầu tư từ nước ngoài. Mặc dù chương trình đã tăng hạn mức đầu tư từ 500.000 USD lên 900.000 USD vào ngày 21 tháng 11 năm 2019, nhưng cho đến nay, EB5 vẫn được xem là chương trình đầu tư an toàn và chính thống dành cho các nhà đầu tư muốn lấy thẻ xanh Mỹ trực tiếp cho cả gia đình, bao gồm vợ hoặc chồng và tất cả các con dưới 21 tuổi còn độc thân. Các anh chị thân mến, rất vinh dự ngày hôm nay được giới thiệu với các anh chị đại diện của Trung tâm Vùng CanAm Regional Center, ông Bart Sukomsky. Anh sẽ giới thiệu với các anh chị về một dự án EB5 được đánh giá là an toàn và uy tín trên thị trường hiện nay khi giúp cho nhà đầu tư đạt được hai mục đích lớn khi tham gia chương trình, đó là thẻ xanh vĩnh viễn và hoàn vốn an toàn. Xin chào ông Bart. Hello Bart, could you please to introduce about yourself and the company that you work at?
Sure. Hi, my name is Bart Sukomsky. I'm the Vice President at CanAm Enterprises. I'm in charge of operations here in Vietnam and in Southeast Asia. I've been with CanAm since 2006, first in New York, later on I manage operations in China, currently now in Vietnam. So my expertise is in EB5 and investments in the United States. CanAm Enterprises has been in business for over 30 years. We are the largest and the oldest regional center in EB5 when considering numbers of visas and green cards that we have provided. So that's over 14,000 green cards we have provided, as well as completed projects. We delivered over 40 completed projects that have generated all the jobs and repaid back to investors.
So what is the current project that we're calling for EB5 program at CanAm Regional Center?
Sure. The current project that we offer to our investors is Jefferson Terminal. It's a great project located in Beaumont, which is about an hour and a half drive from Houston in Texas. This project is an oil and gas storage and transportation facility. That project is owned and operated by Fortress Group, which is a company that's publicly listed, traded on the New York Stock Exchange.
Could you tell us about the criteria of the project that need to be reviewed in order to guarantee the green card and complete refund on EB5 investment?
Sure. There's several things that need to be considered before selecting an EB5 project. One of them, and I'll use Jefferson Terminal as an example. So for example, Jefferson Terminal has been in operation and existence for over 5 years. So it has an established customer base and revenue stream. Because of high demand for its services, the project is operating on 100% capacity. The owners of the project decided to expand the capacity and service capacity of the project and serve more customers. So another criteria is the capital stack. The project has a great financing structure, one of them being that over 60% of the project budget is funded by the developer's equity. Additionally, the project received over $260 million of government-sponsored bond financing, and EB5 is only less than 6% of the budget structure. So that's very minimal. So that's also great. And that investment, it's a loan. It's a form of a loan. That is secured, collateralized by first lien on all of the assets of the company. So it's a very secure structure, ensuring that the investor will get the money back. And what's very important, what's really probably the most important, is the fact that because project's been under construction since 2019, and it's on schedule to finish by the end of this year, the project has created over 2,000 600 jobs that already qualify for EB5 investors. So any new investor in this project can take benefit of these jobs that already have been created. So that ensures, that's the most important criteria for to receive conditional green card.
So how the pandemic and lockdown affected to the EB5 project?
That's an excellent question. Pandemic definitely and the lockdown disturbed the markets in general. However, Jefferson Terminal has been very lucky during the pandemic because Jefferson Terminal does not own or trade oil. They provide storage services to refineries and oil producers. Since the oil demand has significantly dropped during the lockdown, nobody traveling, nobody using gas and such, and constant supply of oil created this glut, oversupply of oil that needed to be stored somewhere, it needs to be kept somewhere. And this is something that Jefferson Terminal offers, that they offer storage services of oil. So the demand for their services just skyrocketed, as well as the rates, the fees they charge to store oil also went up. Even President Trump said, and I quote, "We have no more room to store oil." Right? So the project has been very, very beneficial from that. Construction has not stopped. Construction has been ongoing throughout the whole lockdown because project is located in industrial area outside of city center. Most of the lockdown or where the construction stopped was usually in the city center. Those are the areas that have been affected the most. So and again, we got quite lucky with this project. I'm very happy to have it to offer to our clients currently.
Thank you for the informative sharing. Okay, so what is the major role of the regional center to EB5 investor?
Sure. The responsibilities of a regional center are great. There's a lot of responsibility. To simplify it, the regional center is responsible for delivering the green card to the investor, as well as making sure the investment is safe, the project is complete, and making sure the investor receives the money back. Right? So the regional center has to make sure the project meets the requirements of EB5 program. The regional center also structures the investment, which means basically it ensures the investment is safe or not safe by putting a specific collateral or if it's an equity model or a loan model, different levels of security in the project, making sure the investors' funds are protected. So what's important to look at when considering EB5 is to consider if the regional center is owned by the project or it's an independent regional center. Especially when you look at history of EB5, most completed projects or significant amount of projects that have paid back money back to investors are independent regional centers, right? You don't want conflict of interest. If something goes wrong with the project, either with job creation, construction, or repayment of the loan, it's the regional center's responsibility to take action on behalf of investors, to take legal action against the developer, to find solution for the project and withdraw the investors' funds from the project and eventually pay them back. That's the regional center's responsibility. And that can only happen when basically when the regional center is independent from the developer. Okay?
As we all know, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, has currently released an executive order on suspending the temporary work visa for foreigners. So, what are the best advice would you give to our EB5 investor during this period? Sure,
it's true that President Trump has banned several visa categories such as L1 or H1Bs, basically virtually blocking some of the other paths to permanent residency in the United States. However, because EB5 attracts foreign investment in the United States and creates jobs in the United States, it is favorite really visa category of Donald Trump, I believe. Therefore, it's been protected and exempt from all other bans. So clients considering, you know, other ways of permanent residency might not be so lucky. You know, EB5 still provides the more certain pathway to permanent residency in the United States. Yeah.
Thank you. Các anh chị thân mến, hy vọng với những chia sẻ đến từ đại diện của Trung tâm Vùng CanAm, ông Bart Suchomsky đã mang đến cho các anh chị những thông tin về cơ hội đầu tư vào một dự án EB5 tiềm năng và an toàn trên thị trường. Mọi thông tin và những thắc mắc về dự án hoặc chương trình, các anh chị vui lòng liên hệ với chúng tôi theo số hotline bên dưới. Xin được gửi lời chào và lời cảm ơn đến tất cả các anh chị.